sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we hit. They said we said on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard. Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing hot wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Cut you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode
Man, why do you start the show sounding like you coming on the toilet? Man?
What you need to do,
like, I was
what
just
you
like,
need
what
to
was that
do,
grunt right there?
what you need to do is get get to the back seat,
Get on your
and
what?
bring you to the front in 5 minutes. All right. So, greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Bullshitting on TSWS Gaming. This week we have Rockstar proving they do have the biggest IP in gaming. Xbox is continuing to innovate, and Cyberpunk somehow is getting better. What? I'm your host, Loke7. Joining me today is the Nintendo goddess herself, Cozy Beluga. Bister behind them sticks, Ham Solo, and the man that likes games more than anyone alive, Mr. Mad Likes Games. How we doing, everybody? What have we been playing this past week?
Woohoo!
Man. What have we been playing this past week? Call of Duty. A lot of Call of Duty. Also Terminator.
Which Terminator are we talking about?
Terminator Resistance. One. Yeah.
Okay. I heard there's a very nice.
Really good.
There's a very nice scene,
yes, it is.
Specific, like coitus field scene.
Whoa.
Anyways,
Okay.
Cozy,
Wow.
you know what scene I'm talking about. Cozy, what have you been playing?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, spoilers! Sorry,
I haven't seen it.
Wow, Loke, the great ruiner.
I'm just saying it's something I looked at and I was like, I'm definitely going to play that game specifically for that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Wow, really?
What?
That's
Cozy, we all know what we like, what we don't like. All right. If you don't, that's a you problem. All right. Ham, what have you been playing this past week since Cozy is too busy being a prude?
Wow.
Let's see. I've been playing Call of Duty quite a bit. I've been playing a little bit of Halo. Let's see what else. It's been out there. I just got, because it was only like $5, but I went on ahead and got the Xbox version of Dragon's Dogma and been playing some of that because I don't know. I didn't really care to play it on my PS3. I wanted to just go on ahead and play it where I'm always at. Trying to think. I know there's something else I've been playing. I'm just like, it's just slipping. It's just slipping right past me. It's been a wild week. I'll say that much. It's been a pretty wild week. Yeah.
Okay. Cozy, are you done being the Catholic priest here? Are you ready to tell us what you've been playing this past week?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've been playing. I'm playing Ball. And Star.
Okay. That's more like it. That's better. Welcome back, Cozy Beluga. We appreciate
Oh my
your
goodness.
presence
Exactly.
on
Arc.
TSWS
Somebody
Gaming.
just said Arc. That's what I've been playing. Oh my god. I've been playing.
How'd you
I've
forget?
been playing an unhealthy amount of Arc. I'm sorry. Unhealthy amount. Go ahead and continue.
All right.
I had to say that. I had to get that
All
off.
right.
So I don't have to talk about it later.
How'd you forget you're
Okay.
playing Ark?
Oh no. It's been a wild week.
So, Cozy, what you been playing?
Starfield.
I'm so jealous, but not really. Not that much. I'm so close to getting my console back, so I can play Starfield as well. So, it doesn't hurt as much as it was hurting like weeks and months
The pain
before.
has
Now
dulled.
it's kind of like it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be able to turn it on by next week Friday. So
A dull,
I'm
achy
good.
pain, not a sharp pain.
Yeah. It's like when you stub your toe, but not with all your force, just a little bit. Just graze your toe on the coffee table. So it's cool. It's cool. I'm happy you've been enjoying Starfield. Me, I have been playing a lot of Football Manager 2024. What can I say? It's the one of the best simulation experiences available, and for some reason I don't know how to just jump in for like 5 minutes and leave. The plan is usually, you know what? Let me just crank out 30 minutes of Football Manager, and then it's been 2 hours. It's been 3 hours, and I'm still at it. So yeah.
Question: What's the appeal of managing footballs?
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to play it, and maybe one of these days I'll
That
stream
wasn't
it.
a very good advertisement. Look, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
right.
lie.
Like, I
No,
mean,
like
so you just
most
like
video
have a bunch of
games.
footballs and you have to manage their positions? Like, oh,
No,
this sword
football
on this shelf,
players.
this sword on this
No,
shelf.
no, no, no. That's not what Football Manager is, Cozy. You're
Cosie's
being
either
disingenuous
trolling
right
or
now.
she is on her grandma status. One of the two.
Cozy. That's
Both
that,
could
that
be
that
valid.
that's not cool. That's not cool, Cozy. You know what? You know what? Let's just get into it. Let's just do it. So the first topic today is Rockstar's GTA 6 trailer announcement. So this is a very IGN heavy episode today. So brace
Oh, so we're
yourself.
not. So we're starting differently again.
God damn it. Sorry. My bad. I messed up. I'm sorry. I messed up. We're starting with the surprise story. The surprise story popped up a couple of hours before the show started. There's this announcement from PlayStation that popped up on Reddit, and it reads, "Dear PlayStation customer, as of December 31st, 2023, due to our content licensing agreements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previously purchased Discovery content, and the content will be removed from your video library. Click here for a full list of affected titles that will no longer be supported. We sincerely thank you for your continued support." Oh, Lord. They had to do that. Jeez, I'm just glad Ham.
We
I'm glad
sincerely
Ham doesn't have the
thank you.
recording. Yeah,
We,
yeah.
we
I'm glad Ham doesn't
sincerely
have.
thank you. We're taking these away from you. Thanks.
Pretty much. You paid for it, but tough tits. Thank you, PlayStation Store. Matt, you're already getting into it, so go ahead, bro.
That's like someone. It's like someone robbing you and then saying thanks.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for letting me rob you. Well, I didn't let you. You just did that shit. You just did it. It's like, I mean, like, I don't know. It's dumb. But it doesn't affect me. But it's just dumb. It's a dumb little surprise for PlayStation.
I want to thank all of you for your unwavering support for PlayStation.
Oh god, he found
I want
it.
to thank
He
all of you.
freaking found it.
Like
Damn it.
that's basically what he said after he said, "Hey, all those shows you bought, no, you don't have them anymore. Thanks, thank all of you for your unwavering support for PlayStation."
Dude, that last part, just adding salt into the wound.
It's so dumb. Like I would have expected we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. Not we sincerely thank you for your continued support. That's the exact opposite of
God
what I
damn, we
would put
cannot
there.
wait. We cannot
I
wait to
don't know.
screw you as a customer.
Right? That's just silly.
Jeez. All right. Cozy. PlayStation, fair or foul here? Because is it
I
really their
honestly-
fault that the agreement
That's
expired?
what I'm gonna say. I don't necessarily think it's their fault.
No, it's not.
I think this because of the way it's probably like, it expired, and Discovery is probably like, no. I mean, doubling down. I feel like it's probably this is probably on Discovery's end.
Okay, but I have some pushback on that one, Cozy. Is it not
Whoa.
Sony's responsibility when you're negotiating these contracts to put stuff on the platform to then charge your customers? Because the fact is, the contract said this would run out in 2023. So whenever this thing was signed, whether it's 2015, 2012, 20 whatever, you put something on your platform that you knew you were going to charge people, and you knew it was going to get taken away from them. So does Sony not bear any responsibility for that specifically?
No. I don't blame Sony for people not reading terms and conditions.
Ah, damn.
That's unfortunate truth. I mean, I think it's bullshit, but that's an unfortunate truth.
Jesus.
You already know I'm all about finding ways to nickel and dime people.
You would be a good Electronic Arts executive.
She smiles.
Maybe she is. Maybe she is.
Smiles. She didn't even say anything. She just smiles real big.
She's thinking about the salary, though. Let's be real. She's thinking about yachts. That sounds like a pretty sweet deal.
She gave us the jibs right when you said that.
It's a lot of money.
I would be the person to make skins that they would have an expiration date for when they were available, and they would incrementally increase in price until they were removed and no longer available to purchase.
That's a smart move.
See?
Get them with FOMO.
I'm afraid I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Ham.
Look forward to Cozy's game.
Yo, I'm terrified now. Like, I was looking forward to it. Now I'm just like, wait a minute. This is not going to be a pleasant experience. Ham, what are your thoughts on PlayStation doing what they're doing?
Yeah, so it's a little two-sided because it seems like Discovery's always dealing with something. And it's always kind of just I don't know. They're always kind of moving weird as a company themselves, but at the same time, I'm just like, yo, like if you spent money on that platform, I mean, this is the whole reason people were scared about, physical versus, digital media, really. So, I think this is, simply put, it's just scary, right? You look at something like, some of your favorite games, right, that use that DRM type of stuff, and that's it's just a little reminder in the back of your head that, hey, that can happen. It's just like not like it. A lot of this stuff is like, it's not just gonna happen. All this stuff isn't gonna happen overnight. Like, PlayStation isn't going away anytime soon. The Xbox ain't going away anytime soon. Nintendo, yada yada. Steam, yada yada. But it's just like a reminder that like something small can be very can really make you kind of sit back and think about reality of the situation that we're in and the situation that we allowed ourselves to be cool with. So yeah, I mean, I've always kind of paused for the like paused and cringed a little bit when I seen like movies on sale for Xbox. Like when I see them offering me to buy a movie, I'm like, nah. Like like I don't know. I'm still kind of I don't know. Especially if I'm buying it that's from another company. It's like I'd almost rather buy it straight from that other company or get something physical than I'd want to like buy it through YouTube. I'm buying a Paramount movie through YouTube or Amazon or something like that where it's just like, yo, if they stop that service, it's dead. Look at Stadia, right? Imagine if they had a bunch of first party games.
Damn.
Eek. It's probably good that they pulled the plug before they did something like that, right?
Yeah, before people
Yeah.
had spent thousands and thousands in that ecosystem.
Yeah, so I mean, as much as we want to like bash on them, it's kind of like good that they stopped before they got too far ahead of themselves.
Mhm.
It makes me nervous seeing this happen to Discovery, not just for like PlayStation, but also for like Xbox. It's just like how comfortable are you
What's
guys
your
with
guarantee?
types of licenses and stuff like that to be able to host and have this content? Like, I mean, you see things that are on PlayStation that aren't on Xbox, and it's just like you want it to be there, but then you see stuff like that happen, and you're just like, is it really that sustainable? Or are they seeing something that we're not seeing, and that's why it's not as convenient as we'd like it to be? You know what I mean?
For me,
Like
it's mostly
YouTube,
just
like we can't
availability.
do YouTube straight off of our Xbox. We can do it straight off of our PlayStation.
Mm.
And it's like, I wonder if the workaround is actually better that I can't do it. Not saying that it ain't good to have it, but I'm just saying like I'm wondering if it's like better for like the company itself to not provide something like that because of like the worry of something like not working out and then having to strip it away and being in a bad light again. Like we didn't have it and then we gave it to them and then they got excited and then we took it away. Kind of like Mixer, right? So we
Don't
got
remind me.
Mixer, we gave it to you, you loved it, and then we took it away.
I love seeing Cozy pissed off about Mixer. That's just, it makes my day. It really does.
I feel like there'll never be a streaming platform as great.
Yeah, tough, Cozy. Deal with it.
Jeez, you're like the
Real
devil.
quick.
Damn.
You're the damn devil. What is
Real
wrong
quick,
with you?
Mr. Joanna Dark, welcome in. Vincent Vega.
Woohoo!
Joanna Dark says, Loke, are you in the toilet with the you are in the toilet with the PS Portal, LOL. I was starting to lean into like maybe I should get the PS Portal from
Why?
what everyone was sharing online. And then I had the experience that I had this past Tuesday where I couldn't come on the pod, and I've been struggling to even like stream Netflix or even YouTube because of like my location. And I thought to myself, if I had bought a PS Portal, what would I be doing with it right now? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You could watch
So
your reflection in it.
Yeah. You could put
You
a
could do that
TV
for
behind.
free.
You could put a TV behind you and play the reflection from the TV on your portal. You could do that.
you guys think you're funny, but you're really not.
That's a
Hard
real
Dave
suggestion.
Welcome in Hot Days. Mike says, I uninstalled COD,
Mike.
taking a week break because my rage was approaching unbelievable. What's going on with
Yeah.
COD?
Oh, dude, Mike loves to win, and
Oh,
I don't even know if it's
He
loves
got
to
to
win as
feel what
much
I
as
was feeling in High Rise the other day, and he
I,
was feeling it. I remember we were playing with him, and Mike was just losing it, and I was just like, "Yep, that's how I was feeling the other day." And then I seen his score after the game, and I was like, "Yep, that's exactly what happened to me." Because the spawns in that game are just atrocious. They really are.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
some of the
it's
spawns are
bad.
just atrocious, and sometimes you'll just have an entire bad game of just, especially when they spawn you in the same spot repeatedly, and like the enemies are like right there, and their team is completely on the opposite side of you, and they just keep
mhm.
respawning you right there over and over and over and over, and you're just getting murdered for what
Yeah.
feels like 10 minutes.
Damn.
And
It's just
That's
it really it's so grinding. It is
infuriating.
very grinding. Oh yeah, absolutely infuriating.
Mike also brings up Killer Instinct, a game that I've memed on and said is crap for years, but after Ham described the new campaign that was just added to the game, I'm super excited to give it a try.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you have to
sure
have
enough.
other people to tell you how to have fun.
I'll fast forward to some of that. That
Oh,
gameplay actually is on here. It looks pretty hot. Like there it is right
all
there.
right.
It's pretty dope. But like I want to go to a part
Cautious.
where they have like some of the
Yeah, the
options that I was
campaign
telling
stuff.
you
Yeah,
about
yeah. That's
that
what I
I
wanted
thought
to
was
see.
pretty cool. I'm wondering if I can find it real quick. Yeah, so like you see these like little boxes and stuff like that. They have like the like little loot boxes at the end of the fights that will come down, and some of them are like tank ones that you have to like beat up, kind of like the cars in like Street Fighter kind of
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
where it has like kind of a power bar. But there's oh man, trying to think of
You
what
keep
part
fast
it's on
forwarding way
exactly.
too far.
But I don't know. Go on ahead and keep going. I'll try to look it up and find it.
All right.
Oh, here it is, right here. So so as you see, there's like a corruption thing kind of going on within the game,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and like certain areas of the world will get corrupt, and you have to get like you have to like take out like the mimics, which they're pretty much the same characters as you, just like evil versions from like another area or whatnot,
Universe.
and you like will do these things where you like deploy and do missions there. Some of them end up being in fights. Some of them, like this one, was just deployment and doing it shows you right there like mission in progress, mission successful, and then it tells you kind of what you mined and got from doing that mission.
You can
And
fail.
then there's that kind of element I was telling right there where it says or kind of gives you an
Ah,
option of what to pick.
okay. And your fighter gets fatigued as well. Does that
Sometimes they
fatigue?
get buffed, sometimes they get fatigued.
What?
It really
Africa
kind
is
of depends on how
fully
you play
corrupted?
it.
My God, did you neglect Africa, Ham? You're such a menace, dude.
Africa was the first place to get just corrupted.
What?
Y'all started
Are you
twerking
serious?
and y'all
Let's
lost it all.
go.
Just lost it all.
Let's not go, Matt.
It got
The fuck?
Let's
corrupted by
go.
Cardi B.
I know
Why
it
would
is
they choose Africa though?
because
Ah,
it's never mind.
And then all of
that's messed
Europe
up.
and Asia got corrupted, and then I completely lost it all, and the whole world
It's
got
fine. I'm just saying, why Africa first though? That's messed
it's
up.
just it's just the way the game was played, but I don't
Man,
know.
I don't know. I'm not feeling this anymore. I'm
I
not
don't know.
feeling
I
it
think you need.
anymore.
I think you need to step in and save Africa.
Yeah, probably.
Save your second
Probably.
home.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Oshis,
first and
welcome in,
foremost,
bro.
Texas will be saved.
Of course. Oshis, we all know Texas is the home, the motherland. Drawn TJ, thank you so much with the super chat. Says hi, cozy ham solo Matt,
DJ.
and my little pony Texan. TJ, you don't know how much I've missed reading your super
He's too
chats,
kind.
dude.
He's too
Thank you
kind.
so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Uh,
TJ.
Vincent Vega says I canceled my pre-order for the Portal the day the Steam Deck OLED was announced. Now I enjoy the deck. I think anything with local play is the only option for me because of where I live and because of the type of work that I do. It's not possible to just the Portal is not good for me specifically. All right. Well, for me, Ham, going back to the topic that we were talking about, the
Right.
PlayStation thing. This is terrifying. It hasn't happened with video games, but I think as soon as it does, like the first time it happened, because right now, video games are completely exempt. As long as you've bought access for that specific game, you will always have access to it on that specific platform. It's never happened where you buy a game, I don't know, like Remnant or whatever. You bought a game on your PS3 and you can't reinstall it on your PS3 digitally or your PS4 or your PS5 or the Switch or the Xbox One or 360 or whatever. That's never happened unless it was like completely delisted by the company that sold it and then there was a deal to like reimburse people. Other than that, it's never happened before. So it's it's a fear that I acknowledge is kind of there's no precedent for it. But I think the fact that it's happened with movies and documentaries or whatever, it leaves the space open for someone to try and do it. Because it costs PlayStation money. It costs Xbox money to guarantee that all these games forever will be accessible to a random dude who bought them on the PS3 or whatever on a long lost console. As soon as it happens once, that's when it's going to get real. I foresee that a lot of people are going to just stop buying digital. As soon as that happens, people are just going to stop buying digital because then you're going to be essentially paying to rent access to the games. It's not your game. So that's my big fear. I don't care about the whole movie thing because just like you, I feel like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you wasting money like this buying movies or documentaries or whatever? Just pay for Netflix or whatever. But buying it, no, don't do it.
I mean,
Um, go ahead, Cozy.
I mean, I think the thing about it is, uh, I forget what the word was for. I'm sorry, thoughts gone. Never mind. Never mind.
All right.
I forget what I was saying. So, I know they like delist movies that are purchased, but movie agreements I think a lot of times can be a lot more convoluted than the way games
Yeah.
function. A whole lot more. Um, did Sony have something similar happen when they because I used to they had movies before because I got a few movies through them because they were like cheap, and then I couldn't find them.
This is not the first time it's happened with movies.
Okay, yeah, because I remember because I bought a few movies through Sony and then I couldn't find them and I was like, oh, whatever. I didn't think about it because they were cheap, like $2 movies and stuff like that. But I do remember that happening.
It's happened before. It's just people we are only going to really panic when it happens with video games. For now, it's kind of just like, wow, that looks bad for the future of digital only, you know?
The thing
But
is, I think even with video games, like me, you, Ham, Cozy, will all be like, this is terrible. A lot of other people will too. But I feel like convenience will still win out once that starts happening. I feel like
with video games,
yeah, because the convenience of being able to get for like most people, not enthusiasts, but for most people, the convenience of being able to get that game. Yeah, they might take it away from you in 10 years. They might take that away from you in 5 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years,
But you still
whatever.
like whatever.
But I think the convenience for most people will win out in that scenario.
Fuck. Oh, I shudder at the thought.
Yeah.
That sounds like a terrible place to be in terms of video games. Jeez.
Mhm.
Now, as soon as that becomes normalized, I'm going to have real struggles because then I'm going to have to be like saving up to regularly go to South Africa and buy the physical discs because screw not owning the game, screw not being able to play it whenever I want to play it eventually. Screw that. All right. Okay. Let's move on. So Rockstar GTA 6 trailer release date was announced. This is from IGN. Again, like I said, it's going to be an IGN heavy episode.
Oh yeah.
Settle in.
No.
Oh boy.
It's it's time to set your alarm. Grand Theft Auto 6 debut trailer as a release date Tuesday, December 5th. Confirmation comes in a tweet below from the publisher Rockstar Games. The Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer is set to finally reveal what may end up being one of the biggest video. What do you mean one of? This is going to be bigger than GTA 5, and GTA 5 was gigantic. So thanks to this is a quote from Rockstar. We are very excited to let you know that in early December we'll release the first trailer for the next GTA. We look forward to many more years of sharing these experiences with all of you. Thanks to the incredible support of our players worldwide, we have had the opportunity to create games we are truly passionate about. Without you, none of this would be possible, and we are so grateful to all of you for sharing this journey with us. In 1998, Rockstar Games was founded on the idea that video games could come to be as essential to culture as any other form of entertainment, and we hope that we have created games you love in our efforts to be part of that evolution. Cozy, are you excited to play the GTA 6 multiplayer or campaign?
It is. I'm so excited. It's going to be one of the greatest games I've ever played. There's
Let's
no
go.
way I'm
You're
missing
gonna play as
this.
the male or the female? Because there's a rumor it's gonna be they're gonna
I
have a
was
dual
joking.
protagonist.
I literally
No,
have
she
no
wasn't.
interest
No,
in
she wasn't.
this game.
Wow, because you're getting better at this. You are getting dude. I bought that. I bought it. I was like, okay, she's down for
I
this
She's
one.
did
getting better.
not.
Or
I
you're.
was just
I was
like,
about to say she's
is she
getting better.
coming
You're getting
over to
worse.
leave? Maybe, probably not. But maybe. Why not?
Oh man.
You said
All
that
right.
so
So,
unenthusiastic. I'm surprised that went over
Exactly.
your head.
I bought it. I bought it. All right. So Cozy doesn't give a crap. Ham. Uh, GTA 6. What are you more interested in? The campaign or the online?
I'm interested in the palm trees in that photo right there.
Oh yeah, good palm trees.
All right. Like I'm just
Um,
interested in the environment and hoping that the campaign is dope. Like I don't really care too much about the online, to be honest. I'll give the online a try, but I'm not like dying to get into it. Like they could tell me that online is freaking delayed until the next half of the year, and that wouldn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
That wouldn't do anything to
Damn.
me at all.
That's
I'm
not
more or
true.
less just looking for the looking forward to the campaign, seeing what they do with it, seeing if there's any kind of you know references to the old one in Vice City. So yeah, I'm just
So that's what's inviting you about the palm trees.
yes,
Okay. You still believe Vice City is the best GTA?
yes.
It is. Well,
That's
I say
unfortunate.
GTA. I say GTA 4, but Vice City is a close second.
GTA 4.
Dude, GTA 4 is a
Oh.
fucking masterpiece.
The only
No, man, I'd
my
rather
list
play.
goes Vice City, San Andreas, and then 3.
San
That's
Andreas
my
was
top
still
3.
the most fun for me.
Yeah, San Andreas,
It was just
number
fun.
1. Yeah,
San Andreas was
it's like a
fantastic.
proper sandbox.
2 felt like the perfect like amount of everything.
GTA
in my
2.
opinion. No, not 2. I mean, Vice City.
Okay.
2 was Bird's Eye View.
I like
Yeah.
those versions. I like those games.
Those were fun too.
What?
Because you could go into
Explain.
like the little shops and get like bombs and like oil slicks and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And the radio was insane on there too.
Cozy, tell me what you enjoyed the like most about the top down GTAs.
I don't know. They were just kind of goofy and fun. Mechanically, they were still trying to trash, but they were goofy and
Those
fun.
were boring. Those were
I loved it.
super boring. for
I love
me.
that view. It was like the same thing, pretty much, except I do think the shooting was more fun.
Top down, the shooting was better.
I don't know
All
why
right.
I don't know why you're entertaining that right now, Lo.
Vic, welcome in, Vic. The Click, Blind Giant, Mahalo, my brother. Jadron TJ agrees with Matt. Says GTA 4 is the best. All right.
It
Matt,
fucking is. Yeah.
are you looking forward to the release of this trailer?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the rest of this trailer.
What
Like
specifically? Multiplayer campaign?
I don't
What?
care about multiplayer. Multiplayer can kick rocks. I don't care about that. I want the campaign. I want to see the characters. I want to see where it's at. And I want to see, because the rumor is it's 2 characters. I want to see how that's handled. I want to see, like, do I play? Is it like half and half? I play half the game as one, half as the other, or is it just one character? I want to see all that stuff. I'm trying to see everything they possibly can show me because I'm very interested in GTA 6. I've been waiting, just like everybody else, years for another GTA. They promised us single player content for GTA 5 and it never happened. So 10 years later, here we are, and we're about to get a trailer.
Money. We kept spending money on the multiplayer.
I did.
It's kind of not their fault, you know.
It is kind of their fault because they promised it. It is.
I bought GTA 5 way too many times.
Yeah, but
it's kind of their fault because they said, "Hey, we're doing this."
GTA 5 campaign wise.
Wait, what?
We kind of told them, because that's one thing that we do agree on this channel, that the best way to speak to corporations is through what we pay for and what we don't pay for.
Sure.
And by spending so much money on just the base GTA 5 and spending a fuck ton of money on the multiplayer, as a community, we kind of told them, like, guys, it's fine. You don't have to give us a proper campaign. Is that fair?
After they said, "Hey, we're not going to give you a proper campaign." After they said, "Hey, we promise we're going to give you this stuff," and they said, "You know what? We're not going to give you that stuff." And then years went by, and everybody's like, "Well, I guess we're not going to get that stuff."
Might as well give you more money.
Might as well get it on my Xbox One. Oh, you produced it on PS5 and Series I. Might as well get it there too.
Might as well do it again.
Might as well get it on my PC. Yeah. Like, it's
I don't know.
enough years go by. You might as well get it everywhere. It's the way it is.
I have it on Steam. I might as well get it on GOG.
Exactly. Might as well. Why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, they've been Last of Us Last of Using us since before
Yo,
Last of Us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since
yo,
before that,
that's
I
deep,
mean,
bro.
straight up.
That's deep.
If we're mad about the remix for Last of Us, let's keep the same energy with GTA as
Yes,
I kept the same
Yes.
energy for Ark.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do dumb stuff for our favorite things, and it's clearly the company's
Hey,
taking
hold on,
advantage.
hold
It's
on. Me
clearly the
buying Metal
company
Gear
taking
Solid
advantage.
was not dumb stuff. Hold up,
It is
hold the
it
phone.
is dumb, just like me buying Last of Us Part 1 is dumb, just like him buying Ark is dumb, just like anybody buying anything again is dumb. But we do it because we like the thing.
God damn it,
It's
Cozy.
it's
What game is it that you buy just because you know it's dumb, but you still buy it? Be honest. Don't cap. We know you like to act like you're super frugal.
I mean, you're gonna get you're gonna get the new Mass Effect, even though you're probably sure it's not
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
the
you
same.
got the legendary edition,
I did
correct,
not.
Cozy?
I did not.
Oh,
I
props
You
to you.
what?
I don't buy EA games.
Are you getting the next Max Effect?
Might have like it depends on what like if they have a collector's edition that comes with anything.
She can. I mean, everybody has a price, right? But
I've literally so I've rebought
As long as it's $30.
Terraria.
It's
I've rebought Terraria and Rune Factory 4 and and Ghost Trick.
Ghost
I'm trying to
what?
think of a game called Ghost Trick.
Ghostwire.
Ghost Trick.
Ghost Trick.
Okay. Okay. Well,
It
it's
was a
good to know
DS
that
game.
it's good to know that you also make mistakes like us. Welcome
what up,
in
Talos?
Yodani Kazada, sorry. Talos Ray, welcome in. Just like Loke buying the MGS Master Collection. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. Whatever.
exactly.
Anyway,
We don't
moving on.
care.
Moving on. uh Xbox launches is looking to launch a mobile gaming store. This is kind of a rumor, all right? So this is from VGC. Xbox is in discussions with partners about launching a mobile store. Prior to completing its acquisition of ActiBliz last month, Microsoft said that the $69 billion deal would improve its ability to create a new Xbox mobile platform and a next generation game store to compete with Google Play and App Store. So before we move on into this, who here thinks there's space for a third mobile app store?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what? I want to speak on that real quick. I
Go
do
ahead.
because there's a multi-trillion-dollar company that's in there,
Hmm.
and they can afford it, and
They'll
they've
make space for it.
wanted to do it before, and now they're gonna actually be able to do it and have kind of a quick way to turn a buck from the jump. If you
Mm.
kind of know what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I even seen like a little rumor showing like a Microsoft phone
I saw
earlier
that
this week,
too.
and I was
Uh,
like, yo, like that's the only way. That's the only way I'd be buying a new phone myself is if they came out with like a phone like that, because I already have a really nice phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy Note. Like, I have a really nice phone, so no reason to change. I have a Note 20. But if they had one of those, that would have me, scratching the bottom of my chin a little bit and a little like
like,
maybe in the pre-order lines for something like that. But I
probably.
mean, it would definitely have to be something interesting. But hearing that they have the store makes it seem a little bit more likely that something like that might happen.
Cause you think there's space for a third mobile store?
I think so. I think I think there's definitely space. I think especially since the mobile scene is very is different from like other scenes, and I think it would work well another space. would work well on mobile.
Okay, let's carry on here with the quote here from Xbox.
Well,
It's an
before you do that
important
real
part.
quick,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say it just like kind of just ties in to what they're kind of all trying to do. And let's look at this. Like they tried to do the whole phone before, right? But look at where technology was then versus where it is now. Where they're a software company and now software is like the almighty
Yeah,
giant
it's the king.
for hardware. As for before, it was like who has the best hardware. Well, now everybody has great hardware, right?
Yep.
So it's like who has the best software now.
Mm.
100%.
All right. Yo, Donnie. Is this loud enough for you? Is this loud enough for you, Yo, Donnie? Is it?
You're still a little bit quiet there, Luke. You should speak up.
Whatever. Here's a quote from who is this? Oh, this is from Phil Spencer. It's an important part of our strategy and something we're actively working on today, not only alone, but talking to other partners who would also like to see more choice for how they can monetize on the phone. Spencer told Bloomberg this week. Asked when Microsoft might launch its mobile marketplace, he said, "I don't think this is a multiple years away. I think this is sooner than that." Okay. While Activision deal was often framed as Microsoft seeking to acquire Call of Duty, Xbox's boss consistently claimed that the transaction was primarily driven by the company's mobile gaming ambitions. Last November, Spencer went as far as to say that the Xbox business would become untenable if it remained irrelevant on mobile. Following the completion of the game industry's biggest ever deal, Xbox has a major presence in mobile gaming as the owner of Candy Crush Maker King and Call of Duty Mobile Diablo Immortal. There's just no way to really plot the future without being on the platform that most of the planet is on, Spencer said last month. The games are different, the business models are different, the whole dynamic of how you distribute, how you find games is different. So when I was looking at that, I needed to find a team that's had amazing success for us to learn from. So literally, we just had Amy Hood, who's the CFO of Microsoft, and I went through the list of who are the most accomplished publishers in the mobile space. And yeah, Activision was the final decision. Whew, Cozy. Maham's already given his response in this one because he's like, if they give out a phone, then he's gonna start thinking about it. If we can take Phil's word at face value, are you willing to shell out, I don't know, 800, 1,000 for a premium Microsoft Windows phone? That, well, this is now me, like I'm reaching, like Michael Jordan and Space Jam reaching. Would you be willing to shell out up to $1,000 for a premium Windows phone that lets you store almost every game on Game Pass locally and play?
That's a hard one. Number one being because I've said this before, I haven't really paid for my phones. But at the same time, I do buy a lot of mobile games. I'm not really married to like any sort of ecosystem as far as phone goes. I just take what I can get for free. Maybe would be the best option I have, but I haven't had to buy phones, and so I always look at my phone as like a cheap kind of disposable device.
Okay. Matt,
Yes.
how would you react to that hypothetical that I just stretched out there?
I would absolutely
Okay,
get that with based on or based on one thing they would need to do is bring back I forget what you would call it. I guess we call it Zune. Not like the device,
Oh,
but like
not
not the
Zune.
device.
The
Dude,
app.
Zune was but their whole their music store.
Ah,
I want the phone with their
we
music
already
store
have
on it.
Spotify.
I
What's going on
don't
here?
give a shit about Spotify. I don't
Yeah, I
give a
don't use
shit
Spotify
about
either.
Spotify. Like right now I use YouTube Music and I'm fine using YouTube Music. But if I were to get a Microsoft phone with Windows on it, because you would assume Windows is running that thing, I want their own music thing on there. Please.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like that's reasonable. Figure it out. I'll absolutely get a Microsoft phone. I mean, it's like you need a phone. I mean, if Microsoft makes a phone and I can play, I mean, granted, I'm not going to play a ton of mobile games on my phone, but if I ever want to and it's there, then why not? It's convenient, I
mm-hmm.
guess. I would totally get that.
Okay. Ham, are you buying that phone? 800 to 1,000.
Probably at some point.
All right. Well,
Probably at some point.
the reason why I'm stretching out all the way there, because that's literally my fantasy. I've been needing to upgrade my phone for years, and if this is real, I'm day oneing this sucker. I don't even care if it's $1,000. I'm getting it because I need a phone, and the idea of having a phone that I can play like top tier games on, even if it's not as like, fluid or whatever, but I can literally boot up Tekken 8 on it and play it. I need that in my life. I really do. Welcome in Mike Johnson. All right. All right. Dron TJ and your Danny, y'all are having too much fun in the comments. Y'all are having too much fun. Stretching out fantasy pause. I'm all about the girth, brother. All about the girth. Anyways, moving on. Cyberpunk 2077 update 2.1. So everyone knows this is one of the best games I've ever played personally. One of the best RPGs of all time. I wish Cozy, I wish you would give it a go because I think you would really enjoy it, especially the RPG elements, leveling up and the
Oh
choices
yeah.
that you make and the consequences from each of those choices. Yeah, you really need to play this game. Anyway, let's get into the article. CD Projekt Red has revealed what's included in Cyberpunk 2077 Update 2.1. The unexpected patch arriving on December 5th alongside the Ultimate Edition. Revealed during a Twitch stream, Cyberpunk 2077 producer Monica Janoska, yeah, I think it's Janoska, and Quest director Pavel Sasko. I know how to pronounce his name because he's been like at the front of everything Cyberpunk related since it got announced. Alongside senior community manager Amelia Colat and Alisa Kozera, oh, wow, announced that the patch will include the long requested metro system. The original trailer featured the metro system, blah, blah, blah. Players can travel between 19 metro stations, which can be used as either a fast travel point or a proper metro ride experience that can be skipped at any time. There are 5 metro lines operating in Night City, which can be found on their own map. Okay, who here has played Cyberpunk and is excited to play or to use the metro? Ham, Matt?
I'm not excited to use the Metro.
Yeah, I don't really care too much.
It's
Yeah.
If
cool, I
they
guess.
made missions that had to do with the metro, I think that'd be kind of
Oh
cool.
yeah.
If they like implemented it with it,
Mm.
but as for just another means to travel, I don't really care too much.
Yeah, it's an omission You know, those are missions that you don't notice until someone points it out. It's like, oh yeah, there was that really popular picture of the dude in the subway, and we never got to ride the subway. But when we played the game, I don't remember one person being like, "Where's the subway? I want to go on the subway." I don't remember one person mentioning it.
Yeah.
Remember how
It's just
messy
a
you
random
could
thing.
be in the taxis in like GTA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool if they gave you that kind of level of freedom. It's like you could threaten the bus or something like that, and like make everybody hostage, and
Oh,
like,
that would really be something.
that would be insane. Like that'd be something that's like that like seemingly like wasn't really done so much in GTA, but it'd be like cool to see that over the topness. Like you almost have your own movie of Speed with Keanu Reeves right there.
Oh, that
Yeah,
would
you
be
got
good.
Keanu Reeves in the game. You might as well just make it Speed right there, right?
Yeah, yeah. And doing that with the train. I think there was a movie that did that with trains as well. I'm
Yeah,
forgetting the name.
yeah, with
With
Denzel
Denzel
Washington.
Washington. Yes, exactly. With Denzel Washington. I'm just forgetting what the movie was called. Anyways, let's carry on. The
The
update will also
Rundown with
bring
The Rock.
uh with the log.
No, I'm
That
just
was,
yeah, yeah.
and
That's a totally different
like
movie, but yeah,
I
the
love The
log.
Rock. I love The Rock, but that movie was rough. Anyways, the update will also bring the update will also bring the ability to carry a radio and therefore listen to Cyberpunk 2077's various radio stations even outside of a vehicle. There's
That's
some
pretty dope.
limitations in that players can't listen to it during dialogue or with scripted music, but in these instances the radio will click as if to turn off and not kill immersion. These are little touches, you know?
Hmm.
Little, it just adds so much.
Especially when they go to make another Cyberpunk, it's like you're expecting all this stuff now, and then they could implement more. Like that's great.
Don't make me hype, Pam. Don't do it. CD Projekt Red also announced boss
See you
fight
getting hype.
improvements.
Matt's over there biting his lip. Like I see all this going on right now.
What?
All thirsty, all thirsty for some more CD Project.
Yes, yes.
That's fucked
Uh,
up, man.
CD Projekt Red also announced boss fight improvements coming to the base Cyberpunk 2077, including of Adam Smasher. This baddie has been at the center of fan complaints for years of players compared to his abilities in Cyberpunk Edge Runner's anime with those in the game. The fight, which is meant to be among the most intense in the game, became a meme with players finding ways to cheese. Yeah, yeah, like spoilers for anyone that hasn't played Cyberpunk to the end, but Smasher is very intimidating until you actually fight him. Then it's kind of like, oh, that's all. Car races will also soon be replayable, meaning the three available through Claire Russell's quest line will no longer be the only races in Cyberpunk
Oh yeah,
2077
more
players.
races. Okay.
Players must complete those three first, but afterward will be contacted by the race organizer and can burn rubber as they see fit. Winning races will grant players discounts at the Auto Fixer website, meaning they can get new vehicles for cheaper. Matt,
Yep.
what's your take on the improvements to Adam Smasher and more races?
I think it's great. I would agree the Atom Smasher fight is a little underwhelming,
Underwhelming. Mm.
giving what you would expect from it. Uh, and then racing in that game, I didn't do too much racing in the first. Like I did a few of the Claire missions, but I didn't really dive into it. But it was cool, especially like the twist they put on it, where like there was like weapons involved and shit. That was really cool. So I'm down for more of that. I'm excited. This is December 5th, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm down for that.
All right. Ron TJ, no, I'm not giving up my pony badge. Welcome in, Sir X Man. And then he
Master
just, oh
Pony.
god. Then he says Metal Gear Solid sucks. What
I
is
mean, that's
Hit
wrong?
'em.
true.
It
Let him
is.
know. Let
It
him
is.
know. Let
You
him
just
know.
you just came in here
Hashtag
to
let 'em
verbally
know.
assault Loke. That's great.
Dude,
I
the
love it.
first thing he says, like, let me insult Log. Why? Why?
Absolutely
Why would you do?
love it.
I mean, why not?
Hashtag let 'em know.
Okay. All right.
It's always your
CD
fault.
Project Red. CD Project Red is even adding more vehicles, including 5 motorcycles. Johnny Silverhand's original Porsche 911.
Uh-oh.
Though details are currently slim, Sasko suggested this new car will be unlocked through a brand new quest.
Uh-oh.
Also on the car front, CD Projekt Red is added impromptu car chases for when certain gangs seek revenge for choices the player has made, and enemies who detect the player stealing a car for car theft missions will also pursue the player. Motorcycle mechanics are also being upgraded with wheelies, flips, leans, and so on, uh, all to be added to Cyberpunk 2077. Players can also throw knives and axes from bikes as of
Ooh.
update 2.1. The part of the highway previously blocked off in Night City that allowed players to pass through but didn't feature any traffic has now been revamped to a fully functioning and busy road. The developer also revamped its accessibility options, adding a dedicated menu in CP 2077. All previous accessibility settings have been moved up here, alongside new features like turning off the timer in the hacking minigame and more. A full breakdown of the revamped options will be released soon, CD Projekt said. The developer made clear this isn't everything arriving in the new patch, with full notes being released sometime ahead of its launch. CD Projekt Red did tease some other features, including romantic partner hangouts
Uh-oh.
and more. Cozy,
Yes.
does anything that I just said, did any of that make you go, maybe I should give Cyberpunk a try?
So Cyberpunk sounds good and all. I just don't want to play a first-person game.
So as soon as they add the third person mode, you're down. Cozy?
You can't see the top of my head.
I wasn't looking at your screen.
You know what?
I'm looking at the chat. Use your words, Cozy. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. You screen your face now. I apologized. I'm sorry, Cozy. Don't call HR. Please don't call HR. All right. Let's
HR is
move
always
on.
listening.
Right.
Cyberpunk was already great. Now it's fixed to be fantastic. Moving on. Halo Season 2 release date. The second season of Paramount's Halo TV show looks set to premiere on February 8th, 2024. There's not much else I can say about that. Are you guys looking forward to the next season of Halo?
I still need to finish
I'm
the
gonna go
first
on.
season.
I'm gonna go right on out there and say it. Absolutely. I enjoyed the
Ooh.
first season, but I really want to see more action, less talking, a little bit. I mean, it's the same thing I had with Last of Us, where I was just like, I want to see more fighting. Like in Last of Us was like the story was cool. I'd say Last of Us' story was better than Halo's, like in that respect. But in the sense of like action scenes, I was much more excited for Halo than I was for Last of Us. Because Last of
Mm.
Us seemed very calculated when they did their action scenes, and I thought they were kind of a little bit boring at times. I wanted to see more crazy clicker fights, and it was just like I seen maybe 3 or 4 clickers the whole season.
The drama is the cooler part. That's why.
Um, Halo, like that first episode when they went into fight, that was hot. The last episode where they finish off, that was pretty hot too. So I mean, I just want to see some more action out of it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the new season.
Rosie, are you excited to see more Master Cheeks?
I guess.
Did you watch the first season?
I don't think I finished it, or I don't remember it.
Damn.
So that's a no.
That's a no, because it's not even an I guess, it's just a no. Yodani says, I'm not gonna lie, the tall lady that plays Kai has me feeling some type of way. And then he shows us the specific part of the tall lady that has him feeling some type of way. All right. Matt, are you down for season 2 of Halo?
I need to finish season 1 of Halo. But yeah,
You know
I'm
what will
down.
make it go
I'll
by
check it out.
much faster? And this is like, I didn't enjoy the first few episodes because I wasn't doing this, but I'll give you a tip. When Master Chief is not in that specific scene, fast forward. Trust me, trust me. It makes the show 10 times better. I have nothing against the other characters, but even just finding things out that Master Chief doesn't know, then you find out at the same time as him, adds to the immersion of Master Chief. So of the show. So trust me, you win both times. One, you save time, and second, it's it's a proper Halo story because you're focusing on the thing that makes Halo Halo, which is Master Chief.
Yeah, that's what makes Halo
Give-
Halo. Not the
Give
Halos.
that a go.
I'll try.
Just oh man. All right, coach. All right. Moving on. For me, I'm looking forward to just skipping over everything. I'm skipping over everything that doesn't have Master Chief.
So why are you watching it? I hope it only has 2% Master Chief. Just to spite you.
It's cool. It's cool. If it just has 2%
entire
Master
season
Chief,
of Halsey.
Yeah.
that means I can watch. That's cool. That means I can watch the whole season in like 10 minutes. That doesn't sound like a loss to me. That's perfectly fine. Let's move on. So Xbox hopes to get Game Pass and first-party titles on PlayStation and Nintendo. This one got a lot of people riled up on social media. Let's get into it. In 2019, Microsoft floated the idea of getting Game Pass on multiple platforms, with Phil Spencer calling it a long-term goal for the company, only to double back on it a year later. Now Xbox still wants to get Game Pass and its first-party titles on PlayStation, Nintendo, and every other platform beyond its namesake. Xbox Chief Financial Officer Tim Stewart referenced the strategy at the Wells Fargo TMT Summit on Tuesday, per a report by GameSpot. He said the goal is to make Game Pass and first-party games available on every screen that can play games, including the PS5, Nintendo Switch, mobile phones, and smart TVs. So here's the specific quote, because people have been just going with this, going wherever they want, running with it, right? Here's the quote. It's a bit of a change of strategy, not announcing anything broadly here, but our mission is to bring our first-party experiences and our subscription services to every screen that can play games. That means smart TVs, that means mobile devices, that means what we would have thought of as competitors in the past, like PlayStation and Nintendo. Ham, is Xbox going third party? You're muted, Ham. You're muted. You're muted. You are muted. Hold on. Or is it
Ham?
Yeah, Ham.
No,
you're
that's
muted.
Ham.
You're muted. Ham.
Sorry, my bad.
Dude, I saw you your face, your initial reaction, just freaking gold, dude. freaking gold. Go ahead, bro. Take two.
No,
Try it again.
okay, so no, not any time that we'd not probably not in my lifetime. I'll tell you that much.
This guy has faith.
No.
Another 50
Well, the
years?
thing is, it's just like
You think Xbox is going to last another 50 years, huh?
I would think so, and you know why?
God damn. 50
You know why?
years.
They
All right,
still
go ahead,
sell.
finish your point.
They still sell laptops.
Yeah.
They still sell Surface Pros, bro. They make software.
Nobody's
Do they
buying that.
need to do that? Do they need to do that?
No, they don't.
Exactly. So why would they do something different in gaming? Why would they strip away their whole, like, a good portion of their community to say, all right, you guys are just playing it through an app on your TV now? You know, like, nah, I don't think so. I think it's more pressure, in my opinion, for the other companies. Because it's just like, well, if we got a stable of stuff and this is the only way that we're willing to give it to you, is through Game Pass. Is if you want to have it. And I think that is possibly the threat of this situation. Not that I think that they're gonna stop making any sort of console or something like that. Because although they had said in the past, or Phil Spencer himself has said, that the console market has like stagnated or something like that,
Yes.
that's still a market.
Install
That's still
base.
a market, and a
The install
large one
base
at
is
that. It's
stagnating.
still tens of millions of people.
Yep.
True.
So you're not
Resilient.
just gonna say, let's just wipe the whole, board clean and just make them completely either go cloud or spend $2,000, $3,000 for a setup. Like, no, they're not doing that. And like I said, I don't think that's gonna happen in my lifetime. I think the time that you do see something like that happen is when we're like looking at all of gaming kind of leaving the console market. Not, I don't think Xbox really wants the PR of saying we're done with consoles right after a purchase like this, because then it's like, so you're killing
Oof.
yourself.
And
So
also,
suicide is on the is on
Oh,
the
yeah,
menu for
on
tonight.
the
So,
menu.
I don't think that's in the plan at all anytime soon within my lifetime.
Cozy, you weren't here, but Ham said he doesn't believe that Xbox will disappear in his lifetime. So if we're going by average, Ham's got another 50 years to go, more or less. And
50?
he is confident.
That's generous.
It is generous.
Not really, not in the States. But that's a debate for another time. Ham's got at least another 50.
I'm sorry, that's generous.
All right, another 40. All right.
Okay.
I think confidently saying Xbox is going to be around for another 40 years is wild. Even PlayStation. I think the only one that you can be like, yo, these guys will be here another 100 years, barring like a nuclear bomb or something that destroys the whole world, is Nintendo. Those guys are going nowhere.
They're probably not going to be making they're going to be making something radically different. Nintendo's going to own they'd be the largest theme park maker.
Nintendo's going to be a fast food chain in 50 years.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That pivot.
No.
What?
Just
Shallow
putting
says
out,
it's more like Xbox.
putting out slop.
Could you imagine like a
I
Mario
do think-
mushroom burger?
I do think at some point all the companies will be mobile.
It's the
Ooh,
future.
that sounds terrible. Let me read this super chat. That sounds horrible, Ham.
It does until
Drawn
you
TJ
think about mobile being able to connect to your TV just fine.
and then everyone having super fast internet.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, it's a future thing, but I mean,
Yeah, it's
we're
like
already
future,
playing
dude.
AAA
The
games on
internet
our phone today. You
is
know?
actually, the leaps. I mean, at least from when I worked for an ISP, it was interesting to see like the leaps and bounds that a lot of internet service was making.
This past week was very humbling for me, internet wise, guys. I'm sorry. It was very humbling for me. I used to be very confident, like, no, the internet's fine. Let's move on. It's cool. This is not a subject. But I'm telling y'all, there's places and there's places. All right.
There's always going to be places, but it's surprising those places are increasingly going to be less and less.
It's gonna be
Um,
rarer.
yeah, a lot of companies are actively, laying the groundwork for service everywhere in more areas.
Well, they need to do more because I took my entire setup. I took ring lights. I took my mic, the camera, everything, and nothing. No connection. Just let me read the super chat. Drawn TJ, thank you so much with $5 super chat. Says Xbox is not going third party. You must be brain dead to think that. Anyone disagree with Drawn TJ?
I don't think Xbox is going first party before anyone else goes, or third party before anyone else goes third party. Like Ham hinted, Ham basically said it when he was talking. Like, I think by the time Xbox is like, oh, we're third party now, PlayStation's also third party.
Damn.
I think that's like, because that's so far away. That's so far away to like where I'm not even thinking about it. So I don't see a reality where Xbox is third party any more than I do PlayStation being third party. And I don't see either of those realities anytime soon.
All right.
Yeah, it's to me, it's like I think they're all gonna eventually become a kind of a Valve.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Valve.
think they're all gonna eventually do that, and you're gonna start seeing people have like third party hardware to use their service, and I think that's gonna be like that for PlayStation. I think it could be like that. I think Nintendo would probably be the last ones to really be okay with doing that.
They're going to be the last Mohican. You're gonna hold on to that one till the last man. Moving on, Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass December lineup announced. So this is a two-parter. Yeah. Because there was another announcement to do with Game Pass, but we'll get into it after that. So the first one is this one where they mentioned Remnant 2. Matt and Cozy, have you guys already installed Remnant 2?
Cloud.
I've had Remnant 2 since it came.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's been installed.
He's been playing it. Duh.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I don't have an Xbox right now, so I haven't been able to give it a go.
That's just so tragic. You need to get that
dude,
shit back.
It's on PlayStation as well, Loke. Just support the devs.
Like I told you guys, okay, until PlayStation does what they need to do in terms of recognizing the rest of Africa, that we have banks and ATMs and
you guys have
proper
those
financial system. Until PlayStation does
very small versions of them, very small versions, like mini ATMs.
So until PlayStation does that, every third-party game, I'm just gonna get it on Xbox because Xbox recognizes that we all exist. Outside of South Africa, there's other countries that have financial structures in Africa, and Xbox recognizes that and lets us just put in our bank details and say it is say wherever the hell it is that we live, and they take our money. PlayStation is like, no. Africa is just South Africa. The rest of it doesn't count. So no, Remnant to me is an Xbox exclusive. All good third-party games are Xbox exclusives until PlayStation sorts that out. All right. So let's not have this discussion again, guys.
Wow.
So anyway, I was saying the Xbox Game Pass December lineup that got announced: Remnant 2, Spirit of the North, Steam World build screenshots, While the Iron's Hot, World War Z Aftermath, Goat Simulator 3, Against the Storm screens.
Make sure you play Goat Simulator 2 first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you need it for the
imperative.
lore. Yeah.
Imperative.
Tin Hearts, Far Cry 6. Okay, so okay, Rise of Tomb Raider. Yeah, so after these announcements, Cozy, how are you feeling about Game Pass?
I always have something to play on Game Pass, so I'm always feeling great about it.
Okay, Matt, how are you feeling about Game Pass?
I feel like it's still the best deal in game.
You're botting, Matt. Something's wrong with your internet.
Oh, my bad. I said I feel like it's still the best deal in gaming.
All right. Ham, what are your thoughts on Game Pass after these announcements?
But we heard him.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel the same way that I felt last year about Game Pass. It's like I don't even think about it as a bill because it's just good.
Yep.
It's just good. I don't even think about it as that. Like other services, I'm trying to see like, have you made your worth? I just recently got rid of Netflix again. Just recently got rid of Paramount and Peacock. And I replaced it with Sling so I could watch some TV shows and record some shows and stuff like that. And I've been enjoying that. But the one thing that wasn't on the list to take off, even remotely, was Game Pass. Hulu, I unsubscribed and then resubscribed right back to because I was like, oh, actually, I still like some of the shows that are on here. So I kept that. But yeah, it's just Sling, Hulu, and Game Pass that I have right now. And unfortunately, I will be stopping PlayStation Plus Premium because not that it's bad, it's just too simple. Like the games that they do have on there, that's kind of cool. It's like kind of on Game Pass.
It's already on Game Pass.
Exactly. So it's like if you don't have an Xbox, I would say PlayStation Premium isn't the worst. Go on ahead and check it out. They do have some good games in there, but I still wouldn't put it up against being as good as Game Pass, even with the rewards that we just heard as of recently, right? Even with that happening, it's still not as good.
So the reason why I asked you guys that is because I just wanted to say something about Game Pass specifically. I think we should all enjoy this while it lasts, because Game Pass, it's too good of a deal to be real. Like every month that it exists for me is just it's like a cheat code. It's not fair.
He woke up and saw those games and he's like, God damn it.
You can't keep getting away with this.
I literally did say that. I literally did say that.
I do
because
because
it's just like I just got Immortals, and Immortals of Avium is talking about going on the Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, and Matt, you just hooked me up with Remnant 2, and then it's like Shadow Drop on the Game Pass. and it's just like, God damn, like all these games that like I keep purchasing end up on Game Pass. Not saying that I don't want to purchase them, and keep in mind they do leave Game Pass as well. So
sure,
I would need to have purchased it to keep playing it if it leaves. Like if they did what they did with like 2K22, right, where they had it on there just for, or was it 2K21? I think it's 2K21, where they had it on there just for that little bit for you to get a taste of it, and you're just like, ah, damn it, now I need to see a doctor. like I'm hooked. I'm completely hooked. So yeah, it's just it's insane, and it's gonna just keep growing, which is crazy because we still haven't even heard anything about that. What was that one game that a lot of people were saying was like kind of similar mechanic wise to like a Fable, where the person had like a gun and a sword? What was that? Flintlock. Yeah, Flintlock hasn't even came yet.
Oh, I'm still waiting for that.
Anything about that? We haven't heard anything about Contraband at all. We're sitting here looking at South of Midnight, Fable, Hellblade, Avowed. You know, like, and that's just that, right? Here we are talking about Remnant 2 and stuff like that has nothing to do with Xbox's first party.
It just came out.
Has nothing to do with it. So talk about a good, you're talking about like price in it, like not seeming real. I totally see what you're talking about, because you think about this you think about this in 2017 when Game Pass was first around. It was just like, is this thing gonna amount to anything?
I had it.
This is looking scarce.
I got it day one.
Me too.
Because it had like all the Bethesda games and all that. That was good.
It didn't have that when they
no, it didn't.
Out.
Back in 2017, it was like Sea of Thieves. It was like action replay games.
Horizon 4 was the big one.
Yep. But yeah, I got it way back when, and I didn't even have an Xbox. I was just like, this is pretty cool.
So yeah, going back to my point, guys, it just I feel like, you know, when you hear those people, the Xbox haters say that, oh, Game Pass is not sustainable, Microsoft is losing money, etc., etc. It's like a thinly veiled compliment even to the quality of the service, because it's like there is no way you guys can keep doing this, you know. It's like if you went to McDonald's and you bought a Happy Meal and then they gave you another Happy Meal for buying one Happy Meal, and you're like, okay, this is just a promotion, right? Then they keep giving you an extra Happy Meal every time you buy a Happy Meal. And you're like,
I'm sorry, Loke, but McDonald's literally does that.
What?
McDonald's literally does that.
Well, if anyone, I'm dead serious.
Not exactly for Happy Meal. If you have like the McDonald's
survey,
too. If you have like the McDonald's app on your phone and you use it when you're there, it's like almost going back 8 years in McDonald's to where prices were cheaper. And it makes it feel like you're getting double the amount of what you should be getting. Consistently.
How are they making money off of that?
And you wonder that, right? You wonder that, but it's the consistent business model that they have where it's like you feel like it's such a good deal, you just keep coming back.
Yep. Yes, because you're like, eventually they're going to stop.
Yeah. They'll take 50 cents. They'll take 50 cents every day for a month over that $25 just right now, and we're done.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with it. McDonald's pass.
You can also get something for just filling out the survey on your receipt. You also get a burger for that.
Yeah,
What?
it's like you get a burger for everything.
I
Wow,
do that.
man.
Like
I
you won't go
reclaim
hungry if you
my
try
free
and
burger.
you have to try to go hungry if you don't want to eat. If you're
Oh,
cool with McDonald's.
wow. Take a
Yeah.
shit in our toilet. We'll give you a burger. That's not a problem.
Basically.
Take a piss. We'll give you a burger. That's okay. You know what? That was a bad example, but you guys get the point. The point is the deal is so good that it doesn't seem real. It's like I'm waiting for the catch. I'm waiting for the terms and conditions to catch
So you
up.
see what Big the Click
And
said?
what do you say? What do you say?
Yeah,
First time on the app
and that's
gets
true.
you what?
Get you
First
get
time
a
on the
Big Mac.
McDonald's app gets you.
You get a free
Come
Big Mac.
on.
And they're always
know
running
what?
promotions. You get a free burger, you get free fries, nuggets, you'll get whatever on
I
that
don't
app.
even eat McDonald's like that, but for a while I was
Same.
addicted to the app.
Oh my goodness. All right, so maybe that was
The
a bad
app is
example.
dangerous.
It's
It
just
is.
like Game Pass. Game Pass is also dangerous.
That's the
I
thing.
want to say it for anyone.
That's the thing.
For anyone
Game
that's out there,
Pass,
Game Pass is dangerous.
I didn't even buy DLC until I started playing games on Game Pass, and now I'm like, oh,
Thank
might as well
you.
buy DLC.
Thank you. Cozy gets it. Exactly. This is what happened. And most people don't admit to it, Ham. Most people don't admit to the fact that we all used to spend a lot less until Game Pass came in. Game Pass came in and normalized digital purchases, and also purchases of like entire franchises, because we had a whole bunch of franchises that we're kind of curious about but we weren't willing to put in 30, 50, 60 bucks in. And then they gave us free reign. Just hop on 1 and 2 and 3, and then you fall in love and you're like, fuck, now I have to buy the whole Yakuza thing. And then when you buy Yakuza, now you have to buy the ultimate version of that game or that series every time it comes out, because you know you already like it.
Or the full game drops on Game Pass, and all you have to do is buy the ultimate thing to keep, and then you can get like early access to it in the first DLC or the whole season. Like
Yep.
when I paid for
Starfield.
Forza to play early, I paid that like that 50 or 60 or whatever dollars for that Forza thing or whatnot. I paid all for DLC. The game was coming out for Game Pass, but I have everything set and ready to go, and it's wild. Like just to kind of put it in layman's terms for a lot of people, like think of buying Borderlands only for the season pass, but Borderlands just goes to Game Pass, and you're just like, yo, this game already feels endless before I even got to really even play it. That's kind of what those seasons do. They make you at least have confidence in the future. Man, just thinking about that just brought back Anthem in my head.
Oh yeah.
Salty.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
So it's a good thing EA didn't give up on that.
All right, man. That's not necessary. Let's move on.
It wasn't necessary.
So the next subject is Game Pass adjacent. So it again, it's a heavy emphasis on IGN today, but also a heavy emphasis on Game Pass. Far Cry 6 and both Remnant games are coming to Game Pass. So as you can see from the picture on the screen, Remnant, Remnant 2, Tomb Raider, Far Cry 6, and Remnant. The big highlights for me are Far Cry 6 and Remnant. Two new games that are less than 12 months old, and neither one of these games are bad. Like, I would give Far Cry 6 a solid B from what Ham said, because
Far Cry 6 is more than a year old.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
That was like October, wasn't it?
That was 2021.
Was it
God
21?
damn. Okay, 2 years.
Dang.
Wait, was
Yeah,
it 20?
you're wrong.
I thought it was 22.
No, I'm
Either
pretty
way, it's
sure.
over a year. Either way, it's over.
I'm pretty
a year.
sure it was 2021. I want to say it was
Either way,
2021.
Loke is wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, Cozy. Just hug that one. Enjoy it. Hold on. Let's get the specific. Far Cry 6. When did this one come out?
Thought it was like
It was
November or
2021.
October 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Damn.
See,
All right.
you're wrong.
Fine. point is, Remnant 2 is in my opinion, a certified banger. And it's already on Game Pass. I think this is not right. Something is wrong here.
He can't handle it. It broke him.
It's not that it broke me. It's just one of the most anticipated games I've had. Like,
I'm laughing
for
at
years.
what Victor clicks. It just reminds me of Matt.
What
It
is
just
it?
reminds me of Matt right now.
Remnant
The-
kiss my
The Game Pass made me realize I hate Demon Souls games. I used to buy them and had to play them because I had spent $60 on it. Damn. Dang.
He said
That's
that
valid.
Remnant can kiss my ass. Oh,
Wow.
that's great.
I relate. I relate. Elden Ring made me buy the entire Dark Souls series, and I played. I gave each of them a shot, and I said,
5
"Nope,
seconds.
wasted money on that. That's
Pretty
money
much.
gone."
Pretty much. Remnant, I don't think is as hard as Dark Souls or Elden Ring.
No, it's not. It's not. I
Can
mean,
we
it
agree,
can
Ham?
be, but it's not.
I like the world
It
better.
gets
not
it gets frustrating as a Dark Souls, or like it's not as hard, but it gets as frustrating because some of the bosses do certain things in the game where you're just like, it feels broken. Where it's just like, why does this feel this way? Why does this? It feels like the game kind of sets you up to lose in some aspects.
Oh, does it feel like it's unfair?
At times, it can.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I mean, preparation is a huge thing in that game,
Preparation H.
right? But at the same time, it's just like some of the like mechanics of the game make the preparation of your character seem kind of like you wouldn't have known to kind of be ready or have this thing leveled up. Like in certain ways, it kind of reminds me of Persona in that aspect. It's like, if nobody would have told me this, I wouldn't have leveled this thing up and knew that I needed it.
Damn.
Leveled it up. Leveled up. Like, for instance, like me healing myself takes a long time. And then Revenant's kind of known for like healing taking a little
Yes.
bit, right?
Yeah.
And for the specific boss that me and Matt are currently dealing
Yeah.
that boss, when I get lit on fire, the fire kills me faster when I'm at full health than I can actually do the animation of healing.
No way.
Yes, and it's insane.
So as you're putting the thing in your chest, you're dying.
Right, the animation's too slow.
Wow.
So like if I get lit on fire and get hit just one time by that boss, I'm done.
Done.
Yeah.
And
What you guys
but
need.
keep in mind, they like put us in like this small like ring to where it's just like dodging is really tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just wild. And I'm wondering if it's like a balance thing as to where like I wonder because Elden Ring had this issue too, where like you play multiplayer and it's like crazy hard, but if you play by yourself, maybe it's very doable. I'm wondering if it's something like that at all. I haven't tried it solo yet because I'm trying to enjoy it with the person who hooked me up with the game. So, but at the same time,
When
I'm
I
just
join you guys next week, it'll be a breeze. What you guys need is a proper Texan right there to help you guys
Yeah.
out. So
how are you
A
gonna
real-
join us when
a
somebody
real
else
fake
has your
gamer?
box?
Yeah. Fake
We
gamer.
Ham,
need, we need a
how many
real
times do you
fake
want me to say
gamer.
it?
Matt doesn't
How many
have
times do I have to say
PlayStation
it,
Plus
Ham?
Premium, and I don't think it's on that service.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
It is
Remnant was
not
added back
on
because
PlayStation Plus.
Remnant used to be there because that's how I bought Remnant from it.
From where? The PlayStation Plus?
No, from Game Pass. Remnant was already on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember the Ultimate Edition of the first Remnant was on Game Pass. I remember that. That was really something. I'm still gonna buy the second one though. these are the instances when I think we really should support the devs beyond just playing the game, because the guys that make Remnant, in my opinion, they have the proper
Support the
balance
devs.
between
Support the devs.
difficulty. They have the proper balance between difficulty and progression. So it's
I
a
just
very nice
really
game.
enjoy the pace of the game. I think the pace of the game is what
Yeah,
has me the most
the aesthetic as
interested in it,
well.
because it's just like there's a very few games where I'm okay with just walking, and Remnant's one of them, where I'm just
Yes,
like, I will walk from one end to the other because I know that there's going to be things that I have to deal with
And
on the
skippable
path.
cutscenes.
As to where in some games it feels like you're running to find enemies.
I
So,
can't
yeah.
believe it. I'm about to agree with Cozy. This game doesn't. It's very light on cutscenes, and I love it. So I think that says a lot about how good
Logan
it
might be
is.
capping.
That it doesn't have like lots of like lore and stories, but I love it. So that's impressive in and of itself.
It's the reason he didn't
All
finish
right.
the first one.
Cutscenes and lore
Ham,
are
you
not
know why we didn't finish the first one. You still remember that, right? We, motherfucker. Don't be pointing the finger. Let's go. Moving on. Moving on.
on.
Microsoft stopped announcing Xbox console sales because it cares more about content services. Mm-hmm. Sure, buddy.
No way. What? Oh.
So again, this is from Tim Stewart. There's a quote. About 6 or 7 years ago, we stopped giving console volume externally, he said. And at first it was like, what are you doing? You're the Xbox business. You're not giving us consoles. That makes no sense. But it was really the first point of us saying, no, no, no. It's about content services. Our business is PXQ, the product of price and quantity, right? More customers spending more money. And that's really how I think about our model. So when we talk about content and services externally, that's our KPI, so key performance indicator. And for that number to go up, you need more gamers and you need more gamers spending money. And we've really focused on that with our internal teams as a here's how we grow the business. Go bring more users in and find ways for them to play. And it goes a little bit to, and my last point here is about the business model. We call it business model optimization, but really business model diversity. And if a gamer comes in and they can subscribe to Game Pass, they can buy a game digitally, they can have advertising to fund their gaming that way. And so, however they want to monetize, we're trying to find a way for them to spend money with us. And we've seen that as a very, very good accelerant in this content and services landscape. Cozy Beluga, is this just a big cope by Xbox?
No. Hardware being like big money makers for a lot of companies is the days of that eventually happening and being important are over. Now it's about like that's why so many things are moving to subscriptions and engagement, because you keep people in a place and they keep spending money on your platform, and that's more important than them just buying a piece of your hardware. They can buy a piece of your hardware and only ever play 1 or 2 games,
Mm-hmm.
or they can give you 15, 20, $30 every month, every couple of months, regular, consistently. That's more important.
Matt, is Xbox
Yep.
just coping and seething and molding?
No, they're being realistic. It's like they don't care about the sales of their hardware, because it's like the people who are going to buy their hardware are already buying their hardware. Those numbers are probably never again going to see a massive surge. Like you're not going to see Xbox consoles go from what they sell last gen, like 50 million. It's probably not going to go from 50 million to 120 million. It's not going to get that surge. That's like the people who want that thing already have it. They're already locked in. So the focus for them, and it's smart, is the thing that they're doing best right now, which is their services, player retention, software sales and stuff. Like
Game Pass.
Yeah, like that's the thing they care about. And you could definitely spin it as coping, but it's like they're just being realistic about the situation. It's like that market isn't growing as much as Game Pass is growing, as much as software sales grow, as important as player retention is to them. It's not, the console doesn't really matter too much in that regard.
Life doesn't matter.
That too, Cozy. That too.
Very wholesome, Cozy. Thank you. Ham. Is Xbox coping and seething and balding?
I mean, I'm sure they're not extremely excited about their console sales, which is why they don't post them. You know, I mean, why would you want to post somebody you keep just showing somebody your cast, right? You're like, I'm hurt right here. I'm not doing the best right here. I'm hurt right here. Like, they're not just gonna keep advertising that if they're trying to grow, right? I mean, that sounds like the whiny child, right? Oh, we're hurt. Somebody help us, please buy our consoles. Like, no. In my opinion, I think they're just kind of playing this as they see it needs to be played. And in my opinion, I think this is really exciting for Microsoft because where their strength is where they now can maximize, which is on software. Right? And they now kind of have you like a little bit into that bear trap, right? Where it's like now you're in this ecosystem in which you can do all these different types of things. So now that you know this, we'll be able to kind of gauge how much we need to output into just strictly consoles and selling consoles. And we can gauge that instead of just vomiting 8 million consoles at launch, right? They can kind of incrementally put things out there to be more appropriate for their customer base. We've heard things about either Nintendo having to slow down production on certain items in the past that didn't perform as well as they wanted to, or Sony not that long ago talking about VR where they had to really slow down on that because of, what they were anticipating and stuff like that. I feel like anticipating it now for Microsoft as a company compared to the other ones that are more reliable on hardware is a little bit easier to gauge now, possibly, or at least easier for them to save money from the jump by just saying, okay, in my opinion, we're going to see Xboxes roll out kind of like something like the Portal did, or pretty much like the Series X did at the beginning of this generation, where it's sold out consistently, but it's sold out because they're wondering how to gauge it properly.
Like people
really want our consoles? Well, we'll see. Are they continuously selling out? Okay, great. We're gonna make more consoles.
Yeah. That's probably the way it's probably.
It's really analytical and boring, but like that's a Microsoft to the T.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what do we expect here? It's Microsoft. It's not Nintendo. There's zero flair here. It's just numbers. Um, hey, Silent Cypher's in here. Welcome in. Welcome also Genesis PT. Did you all see the new Phil interview on Windows Central? I haven't seen it
Yep.
yet. Did he say anything interesting?
Well, he said in regards to what we were talking about earlier, he said there's no plans, I'm assuming currently, for
Mhm.
games for Game Pass on PlayStation, Nintendo, other places. No plans for it. So
Yeah, I'm
there's a
not
few
not
there's a few
buying it.
things he said in that. I can put it in the chat if you want.
Go ahead, pop it in there. All right, let's move
Uh,
on. Zelda and this game deserves proper Game of the Year shots, in my opinion, because of stuff like this. So a Zelda fan created epic Godzilla movie entirely within Tears of the Kingdom's building system. So besides all the pervy stuff we saw, right, when the game launched with people building a lot of thirsty content,
A lot of phallic things.
yes. This is this for me. This is the type of stuff that you can talk about. Yeah, this is a Game of the Year type game. All right, there's innovation, there's creativity. It's something that no one else is doing. This is this is the type of stuff that you want to see from your contenders, not just a new skin. All right. So I thought it was just important for us to highlight just how like insane this game is. That you can it is a sandbox in the truest sense of the word. You can do whatever
yep.
to a limit, but you could essentially do whatever. Um, Matt, am I off kilter by saying, and this is the personal gripe of mine, am I off kilter by saying Resident Evil and Dead Space should not be in the same space as something like this? Because those are just remakes of old ass games, and this is proper innovation of video games.
People don't want proper innovation. People just think they want innovation.
The thing is, I agree with you, 100%. I think it's dumb that Resident Evil's there. I feel like if I had to choose a remake, it would be Dead Space, but a remake shouldn't be there. Just period.
Mm.
It's not in the same. It's not in the same league. Like you're remaking something that was great, and maybe you made it better, and that's great. That's fantastic, especially for the fans. But like they're literally doing something that they have not done before that deserves some sort of recognition,
Recognition.
some sort of
Yeah.
acknowledgement. But I don't know. It is what it is, and that's why, not to go into that whole thing. That's just why I don't take it too seriously. I don't take it too seriously. It sucks, but it is what it is.
Cozy,
Yeah.
you know how much I dislike Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw this, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, this is amazing. This is what video games are all about. You think it's fair or foul for me to say that this is so far above the Resident Evil or Dead Space remakes that are competing with it at the Game Awards? You think it's fair or foul for me to say that it's an insult to this game to be put in the same category as those two?
No, I think it's all it's a matter of like, what people who participate in those awards want. And they like the remakes and stuff.
Make cutscenes.
Maybe not just that. I always praise Nintendo, even their games I don't like, because I like their game design philosophy.
Cozy, we're gonna have to dock you pay because you're eating random biscuits. You're not eating anything weird.
They are Stroop waffles.
The contract says you have to eat some weird stuff. That's not weird.
You better start speaking American. I'll tell you that. I don't know what you just said, but that
Stroop waffle. STROOPWAFEL. A Stroop waffle.
I don't know who Stroop is, but he better knock it off.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Ham, Zelda fan creates epic Godzilla in like just they made the whole movie in the game. Does this make it like a proper game of the year contender instead of all the other remakes and remasters and redos?
I think new games should be on for the game of the year, and there should never be remakes on there. That's just my opinion.
Thank you.
I don't really have a whole lot more to say than that. It's just seen it, especially when I feel like I've been there, done that. It's nice. And like I said, I'll support certain games that do remakes and want to buy them. Jeff Keighley actually had, I remember this on one of your topics this last week. Jeff Keighley actually said that he's possibly thinking about making a category just for remakes, and I think that's great.
That's
just
smart.
Keep him out of game of the year. Keep him out of the game of the year category though, because it's just like we already know that game's great.
Silent Cypher knows what's up.
That's why I put it up there, because you feel better about yourself right now.
Bags of these at Costco sells like a 5-pack of these.
I'm okay with a sequel. I'm okay with a sequel being there, but I do want more representation of new IPs on there, especially when the argument is new IP versus a remake. I'm like, come on. What are we doing?
People don't like new. I think they like
it's
new.
Clear, you're right. People don't like new. They like the same. They like comfort. People like comfort.
It's why Hollywood keeps remaking the movies. It's why we keep getting
another Willy Wonka movie is coming out, right?
Hear me out.
Another one. I just got to tell my wife. I was like, another one, and my wife was like, but the art style and this one's different. I was like, it's the same premise. Kid goes to the chocolate factory. That's the premise. Wins the golden ticket.
They should just make the sequel.
It's the same thing. Just but this one's. But this Beyonce song sounds way better with Rihanna covering it, dog. This is just like, dude, I don't care. It's the same damn song. Good.
Wow. So,
have you watched the Rugrats remake? Atrocious.
That didn't happen.
There's a remake of the Rugrats.
No, don't listen to him. There was no remake.
It's pretty terrible. It's pretty awful.
I went to show my daughter it, and my daughter was like, "I don't want to watch that one."
Like, I don't blame her.
This is garbage.
Why are you trying to traumatize your child though?
That shit is
cursed.
I
was just like she watched all of the previous Rugrats and she liked that, so I was trying to give her something new to watch. And I was like, how about the new one? And I was looking at it, I was like, just the animation looks weird and terrible. And then and then they start talking and oh my God, it gets so much worse.
Well, I just Googled it and I'm going to watch it. Okay, I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not.
You see that just the animation alone is so off-putting.
No, I'm not going to watch that.
That shit looks like a early PS1 game.
It
Why would you
does. It
insult
looks
the
like
PS1 like
Parappa
that?
the Rapper type of shit going on in that
God
show.
damn. All right. Silent Cypher also watches Mean Girls. He said it looks absolutely tragic. Such an embarrassing waste of opportunity.
No, it's gonna be good because it better be good. Also, the fact that they made it a musical and that was a running joke in 30 Rock, which is one of my favorite TV shows, also by Tina Fey.
All right. Make sure to tell us your review of the new Mean Girls. Moving on, we have some sad news. Unity lays off 265 people,
Ugh.
ending a
Unity might
deal.
have had the worst year of everybody.
Unity stinks.
They came
What's
in late, but damn. Go
What's
ahead,
funny
Max.
is was nobody thought about Unity until that idiot
Yes,
opened his mouth, and
put
then
the shotgun to his own foot.
ever since then they just been pooping all over themselves, and it sucks. They
But
really
Get the
stink.
vibe. It's just like,
Got it
dude, get
running
the
down
word.
their leg.
but what
Oh,
if the
Victor Click. What the hell? Go ahead, Cozy.
but what if the poop it could be used for fertilizer?
Yeah, but they're not
Moving
growing
on.
anything there. They're not growing
Okay.
nothing there.
Right. So, game engine maker Unity is laying off 265 people, or 3.8% of its roughly 7,000 person workforce amid a company reset. I swear.
7,000 reset.
I
Reset.
Yeah, they'll give it they'll name it all types of stuff. A change of direction, philosophy, vision, reset, all types of shit. But they'll never call it what it really is. All right. Anyways, and the
Deception.
termination of an agreement and the termination of an agreement with Peter Jackson's digital effects studio Weta FX. According to a report from FX Guide, all 265 employees impacted were a part of Weta Digital, a division of Unity formed when the company acquired a number of employees, tools, and technology from the New Zealand-based studio back in 2021 for 1.63 billion. Weta FX has pledged to make efforts to as many of the team as possible per a statement given to FX Guide. Per a report from Reuters, the termination of this deal and the associated layoffs are part of a reset also will result in shuttering of Unity offices in 14 locations, including Berlin and Singapore. Other locations, such as San Francisco and Bellevue, will soon full in office will see full in office services reduced to 3 days a week, and staff will no longer be mandated to work out of them. Cozy,
Yes.
what are your thoughts and feelings on Unity
Uh,
making this purchase and just dissolving it in less than 2 or 3 years?
it's kind of a scary problem. And I feel for all like the people, the employees, but it's wild that you just like, but that's like a way a lot of these companies treat people. They buy up other companies and then throw out what they want. It's like you buy something, but you buy kind of like a mystery box. You kind of know general idea of what's in the mystery box, but then when you're like, oh, you open it up, there's some things you take from it, the rest you just toss. And that's how they treat these people.
Yeah, it's terrible. I have nothing to add to what you just said, Coach. I 100% agree with you. Matt, what are your thoughts on Unity?
Eh, I mean, I agree with Cozy. It's bad. It's. I mean, it's definitely not good when you're buying things up and then immediately just getting rid of people. And I get that it's like every time it happens, it's like, oh, it's a part of business, but it's like it doesn't make it look better anytime it happens.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
I don't know. It's not good. It's not good, and it's not a good look for Unity. And I don't know what they can do at this point to garner any sort of positivity. But this sure as hell is not it. It's not it.
It's not the right direction. Hamothy, can Unity recover from this?
It sounds like they're late to the ship on this one because based on what they were trying to do earlier this year, it seems like they were trying to do some sort of pendulum swing last minute. And then, now we have these layoffs that we happen to have happened. And you know why? Because we weren't able to get some of the funding that we were planning on trying to get by swindling people.
Yep.
Like, it's just like, they put themselves in kind of this catch-22 right at the end of the situation. It's like the water, is coming into the boat, and they didn't decide to really start throwing water out, or better yet, they decided to just start throwing water out instead of fixing the hole in the ship.
Mm.
And now there's so much water that they got to make folks abandon the ship, and only so many people can fit on this dinghy.
So you're out.
Exactly. It's kind of like, I guess you're gonna have to sail another way, and these folks is gonna have to find their way home.
God damn. Swim.
It is what it is.
Paddle.
I mean, it stinks.
Swim. It'd be like,
I'm not. I'm just not surprised by this at all, because when you see the decisions,
let's go.
when you see the decision that they made, that seemed kind of like way off-putting, right?
Mm.
Usually that kind of stuff lets you know that not so hot.
Things are not going well.
It's not so hot. And it's the same thing that I was saying, and this is going to sound terrible to some people, right? But it's the same thing I was saying, like, you see all these layoffs and stuff happening with PlayStation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you see Jim Ryan's leaving. They had the whole thing with Connie Booth.
God damn it, Ham. God damn it.
And then they raise the prices of PlayStation Premium and give you
God damn it.
a video game that went out of business. It's just the direction in which something leaves, and then you ask for more money from a community. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, it just doesn't look particularly
You have to give
appetizing.
as an example.
And it's going to sound even worse, because I'm going to say the other way around, right? Because it's of course, because I got to put my own ham solo. I'm a bot bullshit on it for everybody to eat up. Yeah, sure. But anyways, it's a different look when you see Sony or Unity doing what they're doing last second to scrounge up what they can, versus somebody that says, we recognize our value and we're adding more to it, but if you want to continue to follow us down this path, you must pay a little more. And now I'm right back here at Game Pass, right? Where it's like, they asked, they did the same thing in the sense of asking you for more money. but you look down the road and you're like, man, those restaurants look real good, and I got to hit those spots as I'm passing through. So it's like, okay, I understand this toll versus the other toll where it's like you gave me a pamphlet, but there ain't shit to do in here.
Well, you know what? PS Plus this month got Power Simulator to the subscription service. So
That's pretty cool.
guess that's worth the extra $10.
It's a nice game to push through the time. I know what you're doing right now, and it's disrespectful. But but I'm not just saying as for like their title, because they had a decent, like I said earlier in the show, they had a decent lineup of games that came into PlayStation Plus, right? But the lineup didn't bolster up and get more interesting with them adding the price hike to it. That's my point. Is like it was just as good before. Now you're asking me for more money for the exact same thing. Where it's like for Game Pass, it's a little bit different. They just got ABK. They got all these other games coming down the pipeline. Yo, they're dropping things like Remnant 2 in there, Shadow dropping things like that in there. It's like the value just advertises a little different.
Oh,
why is it whenever I have a take, you take a deep breath?
Because I want to disagree with you, but did you have to bring in PlayStation? I'm just saying.
No, it's just a situation. It's just similar. What I'm saying is like Unity tried to do something last second. It didn't really return the way that they wanted to. Right? So then they ended up having to do layoffs. I'm saying it's very similar as to what we're seeing with a whole platform. A whole platform is, I mean, goodness gracious, should we even talk about Embracer? I mean, we don't have to talk about Embracer.
Yeah, you should have brought up Embracer instead of PlayStation. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's your feelings, Logue. It has nothing to do with the reality of the situations that are at hand.
You didn't have to bring up PlayStation. You should have brought up
something to mind your feeling. You're not telling me I shouldn't have brought it up because it doesn't make sense.
Man, I'm just saying we've spent enough time in this specific episode dumping on PlayStation. All right, you just brought up a very good example with Embracer. Should have gone with that, but that's all I'm saying.
Whatever, I didn't.
Man, Cypher now is going to add me. It says Log 7 confirmed. Log 7 wants that $10 upgrade to play a guitar in The Last of Us 2 remaster remake. All right. Your daddy says not the Fifis. All right. And obviously, we're gonna get a super chat from Silent Cypher. Appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you. Silent Cypher says, let's talk about the fact Sony crapping the bed. All right. The topic says Unity, but it's cool. Let's move on. Matt cannot hold that smile, and you're trying to keep it together, man. You were trying right now, but
I'm just having a good time.
You're enjoying this a little too much, just a little too much.
I didn't say nothing.
Moving on, Capcom confirms more Resident Evil remakes are coming. Anyone here excited for more Resident Evil remakes specifically?
Sure. What's funny is I got 2, 3, and now 4. Of those, 4 is probably my favorite, but like, still haven't beat it. And here's what's funny: they do 5, I'll do the same thing. I don't know why, but I'll probably do the same thing.
All right. Super chat from Silent Cipher. Thank you again, Silent Cipher. Says there's never enough time to crap on Sony tactics.
God
All
damn.
right.
Dang.
All right. Talos then adds up. Sony's leaving a lot of shit stains behind. Okay, you guys are really leaning into it today. Cozy,
Yeah.
are you interested in more Resident Evil remakes?
Nah.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not even interested in non-Resident Evil games.
What are you interested in getting remade?
From Capcom?
From anywhere.
They give us a Lost Planet.
Okay. I didn't give that one a go. I don't think I've ever played that. Ham, are you interested in more Resident Evil remakes?
I'm not particularly interested, but I think they're very necessary.
Because?
Just the old controls and stuff like that.
Damn.
I mean, the way they redid 4 is what I wish they would have did with Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, imagine remastering a game from like 20 years ago and not redoing the controls. Like, what kind of bum-ass company would do that?
Okay, listen.
Facts.
We can agree.
Facts.
We can agree. Konami sucks. No. We can agree.
I mean, so does Metal Gear Solid, but.
All right, now he's taking the
piss.
That's
the end of the conversation. Moving on. Call of Duty mobile servers stealth launch in Nigeria. So this is a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. I don't give two shits about Call of Duty. Not gonna lie, not gonna cap, but it is one of the biggest games on the planet, and Nigeria just got their own servers. So
that's a big deal.
This is big. And
where's
also,
Nigeria?
It's like Southeast Texas or something like that. I think.
Just making sure.
Yeah, it's like it's basically Mexico.
Somewhere under Houston.
Yeah, it's basically Mexico. It's right there next to Mexico.
Okay.
Are you guys done?
No.
Okay. So this particular article is written by my good friend Zaid Creel. He lives in South Africa. Nigerian gamers woke up experiencing. That's so American of you. That is so American of you. Anyway, Nigerian gamers woke up experiencing accelerated ping speeds on Friday, thanks to the recently deployed dedicated server for the game, which looks to service.
The way they worded that beginning was funny. They woke up and had internet. That's what they make it sound like. I mean, come on, they woke up with fast speed. Like did they not have speed before?
You were not going to take this away from me.
They just didn't have the server, right?
You were not going to take this away from me. I'm going to squeeze this one. Every last drop, dude. I don't even care. Some gamers have experienced ping speeds as fast as 20 milliseconds with mobile games publisher Carry First confirming the news on Twitter and to the IGN Africa team. The news comes on the back of a successful server launch and local campaign in South Africa in 2022. Carry First involvement, which featured events at Comic-Con Africa and rapper Nasty C's Iverson Gaming Tournament, led to rapid growth in player base and engagement, with Call of Duty Mobile almost doubling its active users in the region. Nigerian fans of the game have since been vocal about their need for local servers, with gamers taking to Twitter to share their excitement. The servers have been deployed ahead of a highly anticipated Call of Duty Mobile Season 11, with Battle Pass characters and gun skins recently revealed. COD points, fuck that. I don't care what COD. Anyway, point is, this is a big deal. All right, I I think this is a gigantic step in the right direction. African gaming and gamers are being recognized and being given freaking servers, like the minimum that the whole planet gets. There's now 2 servers in Africa for Call of Duty Mobile. South Africa for most of Africa, and then Nigeria for West Africa. Um, it's big, it's gigantic, and I am chuffed to bits. Silent Cypher with the super chat says the name Nasty C makes me want to get antibiotics. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you for the super chat and cool.
That's fine.
Yodani Gaming, they about to add new Halo servers to New Mombasa. Okay. All right. Ham, do you have anything to add to this topic specifically?
No, let's just go on ahead and hit the last topic and get up out of here.
Oh yeah.
No, Matt, do you have anything to add about Nigeria?
I
getting
agree with Ham.
Call of Duty
I agree with
mobile servers. Let me finish the damn question so I get a chance to speak about Nigeria.
I
For fuck's
agree with
sake.
Ham.
Cozy Beluga,
Shit, that last topic.
what are your thoughts on Call of Duty mobile servers stealth launching in Nigeria?
I think it's great. I think this is wonderful for for gamers there and gamers in other parts of the world that might see like, oh, so there is like, a chance a snowstorm in hell will happen and we'll get dedicated servers too.
Pretty much. Also, that's a good analogy because it's hot as fuck here, and the probability of getting a snowstorm is as much as getting a server. So that's a very good analogy.
I didn't even
Anyways,
realize that was a rapper's name. I thought that was just a bunch of words you put together, honestly, until I saw the Silent Cypher's comment there. I'm sorry. I just
it's cool. I put it up there on purpose. You guys need to
Yeah.
listen to different stuff. Don't just be listening to Drake.
I
There's
listen to all
other-
sorts of music,
there's
but
other
Nasty
things.
C is just not on my radar, unfortunately, or whatever.
Give
do you call
give it
them?
a go. Give it a go, and you'll like
Hey.
it. I promise.
We'll test that theory out. We'll test it out.
All right. Moving on to the last topic that Ham is just dying to get to. Call of Duty arrives on NVIDIA GeForce Now, fulfilling Xbox's promise from that lawsuit that everyone knows about. Microsoft announced a 10-year partnership with NVIDIA in February that would bring Xbox PC games to GeForce Now. The deal also included a promise that Activision Blizzard games like Call of Duty would also be released on NVIDIA's cloud gaming service should Microsoft's acquisition of ActiBliz be completed. Although Microsoft later announced that it would be selling the cloud streaming rights to for ActiBliz to Ubisoft should the acquisition be completed, it said its existing agreements with streaming services like NVIDIA would still be honored. GeForce Now got its first Xbox games in August, fulfilling the first part of the deal. And now that Microsoft has completed its acquisition of ActiBliz, the second part has now been completed. Cozy, you're the one who games a lot on cloud.
Yes.
Do you think it's a good idea to have a game that relies on like milliseconds to make decisions? Do you think that's a good idea to put on the cloud right now, considering the speeds that are
Absolutely.
available?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, let's be honest. People, unless you're playing comp COD and you it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Unless you're playing comp, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Like for all the people like I'm so yeah, if you're not playing comp, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
You're just a casual player. You're just a fun
God
player.
damn.
You
But I
have to
put in
accept
12
that.
hours every day.
It doesn't matter.
Damn.
You aren't playing comp, it doesn't matter. That's like, that's how it is.
Cozy heartlessly collecting kneecaps. Go
I'd be
ahead, man.
interested. I'd be interested to know, like, if they could do like a test or something, like the average person playing Call of Duty, just like again, like Cozy said, casual player. If you gave them a controller and one thing was NVIDIA GeForce Now and the other was native, if they would really be able to tell.
To notice the difference.
Because I don't think the average, just casual, regular player would. I don't think they would. Given, obviously, the proper situation, proper internet, and everything.
And if you're not a casual and you're playing competitively, and no, I don't mean just competitively. I mean you're good ranked, not like bottom tier. And if you aren't, then you're not going to be using that, and most people with you are not. If someone does get is able to manage it with while streaming, then kudos on them, and you can't say anything.
Ham, does this prove that Xbox are the most honorable gaming company on the planet?
No.
What does it prove then?
It doesn't prove that they're the most honorable just because they did what they said they're. I mean, did what they was supposed to do. I mean, if it, I don't know how that correlates exactly, but but I mean, in my opinion, it just means that they're doing what they said that they're gonna do, and it's as simple as that. Like, nothing special about it, nothing surprising, no W to carry across the finish line with this. It's just
No
like,
L.
like they got they not only did the deal, but they fulfilled the deal. I mean, it's like ordering your package and then it arrives. It's like, oh, I mean, I'm just because I got something from Amazon, I'm not going to be like, man, I trust the living piss out of Amazon.
Damn, like, I love Amazon.
Doesn't mean that.
Wow,
it just means
that analogy.
What I purchased, and I'm happy with that. That's it.
Well, if we're going to follow your analogy, Ham, I'm gonna go back to my experience on Tuesday, and for the whole week, basically. The fact that you guys pay Amazon and then you get what you want, and I've had packages just disappear on me that were sent from from the US and Europe, I would argue makes it so this happening is a real thing. It's an event. All right, because not most of these companies don't really keep their word if it's not like beneficial to them in the short term. It would have been very easy for Microsoft to be like, sorry?
When it's on the stock exchange, it better.
Yeah, I'm just saying it would have been very easy to look at the terms and conditions, right? It would have been easy to look at the terms and conditions and be like, yeah, we promised we would give you this thing if we had control of it, but now it's under the control of Ubisoft, so we're not going to move a finger. You're going to have to get Ubisoft to agree to it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
The extra
but
hoops,
they took the time, right? Yeah, they took the time to be like, yo, Ubisoft, please do this, all right? So I think it's worth pointing out because it's so easy for us to shit on these corporations when they don't keep their word. I just think in the spirit of keep that same energy, let's point it out when
Sure.
they do it.
Sure.
That's
I can
what
agree
I'm
with that.
trying to point out.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, as a fan of it, like, it's just like kind of just like, okay. But like seeing that I'm not exactly and this kind of goes into what Cozy was saying. I'm not exactly the person that they were giving this to, or
Yeah.
this wasn't for me, right? I'm not a NVIDIA GeForce Now user. So like if I was a user in that, then I'd be like, thank you, Microsoft, for actually coming through on what you said. But seeing that I'm not, it's just kind of like that's nice. But okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's selfish, sure, but it's the reality of it.
Yes. Being realistic.
Yodani Casada with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Says PS Portal users with Wi-Fi and China processor in shambles. Yeah, I'm also in shambles. You weren't in here early on, but I gave a very quick confession that although I hated the idea of PS Portal, I was kind of warming up to it last week. And so I had this business trip for work, and the reality hit me because the internet was terrible, right? It was so bad. Half the time I was sitting there thinking, imagine if I had spent money on a PS Portal. It would be literally useless right now because my internet was so bad I couldn't even do the Tuesday show. I couldn't stream Netflix. YouTube was impossible, just kept buffering. So I 100% agree. PS Portal users that aren't in like super advanced cities are in shambles. Okay, and with that, we have come to the end of another episode of Bullsitting on TSWS Gaming.
No.
Matt, plug your stuff. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Matt Likes Games, on YouTube, Matt Likes Games, videos every Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, except for this week because we just moved and everything's a little hectic. I'll probably be streaming later tonight at some point, but back to the normal schedule next week. And then obviously, well, I guess not obviously, but I do a podcast on Wednesdays with Ham Solo, the two-player podcast. Check that out on my channel. That is at 2 p.m. Eastern. So that is where you can find me.
All right. You can find Cozy Beluga on Twitter. You can find her on Twitch as well. She doesn't stream often, but when she does, it's always a hoot. It's COSYBELUGA on TwitTwat and on Twitch. And don't forget, guys, Cozy's comic book is still coming out on the 26th of January. $100 a pop. It goes up to $1,000 if you want her to put lipstick and kiss one of the pages on it. Y'all have fun with that. All right. As for the rest of us, me and Ham, yeah, we'll figure it out, Cozy. I will buy the lipstick and send it to your place. So Mondays, Ham Solo does the crossover with K Mega on TSWS, alternating, right? So 1 week is on TSWS, the week after it's on K Mega's channel, K Mega 04. On Tuesdays, it's the lowdown with me and Ham. Now that I'm back in my city, I have internet, so that's gonna go off without a hitch. Wednesdays, like Matt said, it's the two-player podcast on Matt Likes Games channel. It is just Matt Likes Games on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, on Wednesday, nothing's really happening unless Ham has like a pop-up show, the Ham Solo show. Thursdays is Behind Them Sticks.
Woo,
a
woo.
show where Ham interviews. Sometimes it's randoms, sometimes it's celebrities. I think 2 weeks ago it was Paris Lily. We're looking at booking Phil Spencer, but Ham's a bit busy, So when Ham has time, when Ham has time, we'll slot in Phil Spencer there. We'll give him 2 hours of Ham's very precious time. Fridays is bullsitting, like what we're doing right now. We try to keep it under 2 hours, but it's so much fun. Sometimes it's like 4 hours, literally. It can happen. And on Sundays, I do my gaming log where I talk about games, but also other stuff. So y'all come through if you have the time. Thank you so much for everyone coming through. Udani, Mr. Joanna Duck, Vincent, Silent Cipher, Drawn TJ, Talos, Ausius. Thank you to everyone for coming through. We really appreciate you guys. And like Ham says, until I get a catchphrase, until I figure out how I'm gonna do a catchphrase, I'm stealing Ham's chops. All right. Keep it gaming or
Keep it moving, brother.
Or what? There we go.
I said it. Keep it moving. Listen, goddamn.
He said or,
slow.
and then he gave you like a 0.2 seconds to answer, and he said or.
He was slow. Thank you, guys. Thank you to
Why are you
everyone.
stealing my damn outro? Been screwing it up.
Dude, I'm trying. Me and Vince been trying to find an outro for weeks.
That was a horrible alley oop. That thing went in the rafters.
Right. Let's try it again.
Keep
and
it
then
gaming.
go
No,
on.
I ain't trying it again. We're out.
Or
Y'all have
keep
a great
it.
rest of your weekend.
Keep it
Peace.
gaming. Keep it gaming or keep it gaming.